What's going on, guys? This is X-Coworker, and today I'm bringing you a decklist video for one of the new decks I just built. It's Lightsworn OTK / FTK, and the FTK only really happens. This isn't made to FTK, but I've FTK'd a good deck before. I've FTK'd a triple. This was post ban list before the ban list was put into effect. I OTK'd a triple Hornet Inzectors. I mean, I would just call it triple Hornet Inzectors. But let's get to the cards. So I have 3 Jane Lightsworn Paladins, and the reason I have 3 Jane Lightsworn Paladins is because I primarily, she has a decent effect. She's like a power monster because when she attacks, she's basically 2100, and if I have Luminous on the field, she becomes 26 because I have a Luminous Spark in this deck. But that's the reason she's there. So I just move her to the side, and then the next 3 cards are the obvious Judgment Dragon, which. This is also 45 cards, by the way. 5 of them are Light Rays, but I could take this out and the deck will still work just as well. It's just that I'll have less light monsters. So, yep, Judgment Dragon. For who doesn't know Lightsworn, Judgment Dragon's effect is if I have 4 more Lightsworns in my graveyard with different names, I can special summon him from my hand, and then I can pay 1,000 life points to destroy all cards in the field except for him. So he's very useful. He helps with the OTK / FTK. 3 Wolf Lightsworn Beasts, because when they're milled to the graveyard, you can special summon him. So he's extremely useful. 2 Aaron Lightsworn Monks, both rare. And that's just 2 Aaron Lightsworn Monks rares. That's what I got there. I mean, actually, her effect is when I attack a face-down monster, the monster goes back to their hand instead of being activated or flipped. So that's why I kind of like her, because she prevents a flip activation, such as Raikou or, Morphing Jar or something like that. It prevents from hurting me. She helps with that. Gareth, just for draw power, really. I mean, I don't need Gareth in this deck, but I kind of like to have a bunch of. I try to stick to primarily Lightsworn cards. You know what I mean? I have more Lightsworn monsters than more than Lightsworn monsters than half of any other non-archetype Lightsworn monsters in this deck. He's not rare. One of them's rare, one of them's not. I'm trying to get all rares that I can for this deck. I don't know. I just feel Lightsworns have a more powerful effect if they're shiny. 2 Dragoneth Lightsworn Dragons. You see, I built this deck so that you don't have to have Judgment or Cephalon you don't have to have them to OTK. You can still use the deck if they get banished or milled, you know what I mean? That's kind of the whole point of this deck. It has a lot of power cards and still works, which is why I like this deck. But it's made unless you can absolutely obliterate it. You know what I mean? And then I have 2 Luminas, which her effect is she lets me special summon a Lightsworn monster from my graveyard if I discard a card. So she's useful for a special summoning a Lightsworn monster that I would need, like maybe Lila. She's good for cycling. Like, I can cycle a Lila with her. What I would do is I'd summon Lila, and then I would, never mind. I'm thinking, never mind. 2 Raikous. I still need to get those right. The Raikous rare. I don't have any rare Raikous. I still need to get rare ones. I think this one's from the Dragons Collide, and that one's from Battle Pack 1. So, if you notice, weird, it's kind of weird. Battle Pack version is like, the Structure Deck version is darker right there, and it's lighter on the Battle Pack version, which I find kind of weird. It's a pointless misprint. I mean, not pointless misprint, pointless reprint. But now here comes from the tech. That's the non-Lightsworn monsters, my tech. I guess you could say that's what people call it. I don't know exactly what it is. But 1 Morphing Jar. Because Morphing Jar, he's just useful because if I have a shitty hand or if I have a bunch of Lightsworns in my hand, he helps set up for a first turn Judgment, especially because if I have 5 cards in my hand, there's been times that I drew mostly Lightsworns, because I do draw mostly Lightsworns with this deck. He helps with a first turn Judgment, which also helps with getting an FTK, most likely. Card Trooper, because I could mill 3, and then when he's destroyed I draw a card, so he's just generally helpful in this deck. So that's my bird, just please ignore it. Fucking bird. Herald of Creation, because I can add a level 8 or higher milled monster from my deck to my hand, so he's useful. A level 7 or higher, I think level 7 or higher, but I can add them. Cephalon, the Ultimate Time Lord. I only run 1, and a lot of people who build this type of deck will run 3, and I got this from Haunted Mine, and I was like, yes, because it was my first 2 Haunted Mines I ever bought, and I was like, yes, fuck yes. But, so, he's useful. But, yeah, but he helps with the OTK, and I'll show you how. Arclight Prestia, because She's just, I just wanted a rare card in this deck for level 8, and I was either this or Angel 07, and she's pretty useful. And I was thinking about adding Valhalla to this deck, so if I draw her, she can still be used. And maybe, because she doesn't say, she doesn't. One Lila, sorry, I kind of missed, they left her in the back by accident, but one Lila Lightsworn Sorceress, because she's just very useful, because she's just a Lightsworn monster, and then here are the Light Rays. Let me just go through these quickly, make sure I have all of them here. Okay, sorry about that. So, Light Ray Daedalus, and he's the reason why I have a Luminous Spark in this deck, because his effect is I can target one field spell and 2 cards in the field and destroy them. So he's overpowered and useful. Like if I'm drawing Dark Worlds, I can destroy a Dark Worlds Gator. If I'm doing Gatekeepers, he's useful. One Light Ray Grepher, because again, he's just a special summon. He's nothing really that powerful, but he helps banish light monsters. And you banish light monsters, summon this guy, which is Light Ray Sorcerer, and his effect is, let me just read it because I'm not the best at memorizing effects. Let me see. You have to have 3 light monsters banished, and once per turn, I can target one of my banished light monsters or one face-up monster in the field. Shuffle the first target into the deck, and if you do, banish the second target. So basically, it allows me to shuffle banished monsters from my remove from play pile. Sorry, my phone's really hot. I don't know why. And I can then add them. I can shuffle opponent's cards into the deck, or no, shuffle my card in the deck and destroy one of their cards. I could do it to both. I could shuffle one of their cards and banish one of their cards as well. Useful. Light Ray Gearfried. He needs 5 or more lights with different names in your graveyard to summon him. His effect is useful, but because he only can use warriors, he's best for a warrior deck. But I have him because he's a special summon 2800. I mean, he's easy to summon, so that's a power card. You know what I mean? And then I have a Light Ray Diabolos. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that, but he's useful as well. And I got a Light Ray Medora from Return of the Duelist. I don't know if I want to add him or not because I don't want to do too much banishing effect. But here are the spell cards, and I only have spell cards. I don't run trap cards. I feel that it would slow a deck like this down. But 2 Charge of Light Brigades. One's from Stardust Overdrive or Stardust Assault. I don't know what's. Let me see. Yep, Stardust Overdrive, and then I have a regular one from Raw Yellow Mega Pack, or maybe is that from? No, it's Structured Deck Dragons Collide. So let me put that in the pile there, and then I have. I don't know if these are limited, and I broke the limit here, but if it is, I'll change it. But my friend said it was okay to have 2 of them in this deck. 2 Monster Reincarnations. Because he's useful because I can, I can mill, I get to discard, and let's say I had Judgment in the graveyard, I had 3 Lightsworns, I can discard a Lightsworn with different names, I had Judgment, and then Special Summon Judgment that turn, so it's an interesting combo to use, and then I have, probably thinking, what the hell, you know what I mean, 2 Constellar Belts, because they prevent my light monster effects, so if I'm facing Heretics, Reflection no longer works, which is what got me 2nd place in the Locals tournament a few days ago, on Friday, actually. Magical Mallet, because if I have a shitty hand, I don't lose cards. I don't lose high-level cards. I could still get cards. Luminous Spark, because for a Daedalus effect, I should probably add more, but I don't have any more, because it's an older card. Card Destruction, because, Card Destruction is useful because it can get cards in my graveyard and I can draw. Magical Stone Excavation, because, I don't know, because if I mill a spell card by accident, I can get a card back. Lightning Vortex, because it's just a generally good card to have in this deck. It's like a easy payment. It's better to use than Judgment if you can get it. And then 1 Foolish Burial, and that's practically the deck. And I have a few side deck cards. I just got this, so I added it in because of its effect. I got Chronomaly, Crystal Chrononaut. My friend bought a booster box of this, and I got this from him. And I got Illuminite, number 10, and Illuminite's useful because of his effect. I can discard a card and attach one from him to draw a card. And then Leviathan, because I can use Lumina to summon him very easily. So, I guess that's been the video, guys. Thanks for watching. And I hope you guys can subscribe and see more Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos. I also do post random videos for fun when I'm bored, you know what I mean? I like to post videos, and I never post videos just to be when I don't want to. I post videos when I find something interesting. So, if you, I don't just do Yu-Gi-Oh! If that's what bores you. I mean, if you happen to come across this video. So if you guys could leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to me, I'd be utterly grateful. And tell me about your friends, and go ahead and rate my deck if you want. If you think there's something I could change about it, let me know. But alright guys, see ya.